Everyone, it's Jake at Jake's Metal Chat. Hope you're all well and welcome to the long-awaited episode of my favorite death metal albums. This is episode 15. I know I've been saying in my Metal Vault series that I was going to be doing a new one. I was going to do another episode of that tonight, but I thought I'll leave that for 2 weeks from now because next week I'll be volunteering at a festival, so I won't have time to do it. So I thought let's do my favorite death metal albums because, like I said, I haven't done a video in a while, and I got a mixture of some technical death, some cavernous death, some old school death, some HM2 death. And on that note, let's get started because the first one is definitely HM2 Worship right here from Munich, Germany. Formed in 2014, didn't release anything until now, so 10 years later in January of this year. This is the self-titled debut of Daisy Cutter. And what an album this is. HM2 Worship Death Metal from Germany. 9 tracks right there. Got artwork on the CD as well as the front cover and also on the booklet. Who does what in the band, where it was recorded, and the logo at the top and the band down the bottom. Right there. That's what outside of the booklet, but let's show the artwork here again. Look how cool that is. And some lyrics. So yeah, German death metal with HM2. I love my HM2. It's because that's the style of death metal I like the most. I was trying to think of a different word, but yeah, that style of death metal I love HM2. I've mentioned before I got the pedal as well. So what you get with this is obviously the HM2, but very crushing guitars, dirty bass, pounding drums, and evil vocals to top it all off. I think the name Daisy Cutter comes from something to do with war. I'm not entirely sure. If anyone does know, comment down below. And I looked at the lineup for this band. The husband of the band does guitars and vocals. His wife, on the other hand, does the lyrics. So a death metal team right there. And of course, we've got bass and vocals, guitar and drums. And they really hit out of the park with this album right here. Because how I found out about this was Dylan HM2 Powell on Instagram. He's a friend of mine anyway. I think the first time I met him was actually, it was at the New Cross Inn. Syntonex was playing. And yeah, he loves his HM2. You can definitely see that when you watch his channel. Link it down below. He had a post on his Instagram. He had a few CDs that he was, I think, helping the band with. Because this is an independent release and not on a label at the moment. So I thought, yeah, I'll get one. HM2, that's me all over. So 9 tracks, and that's clocking in at 37 minutes and 46 seconds. And another band from Germany that uses HM2, which if you haven't heard them yet, you should. Flesh Crawl. Definitely listen to Flesh Crawl. So if you want this, obviously all the band links will be down below, and you can find it there, or even on this post on Instagram. But either way, do go and check out this band Daisy Cutter. And I know it's a bit early to do this, and of course got permission from good old Uncle Ken himself. This gets the old Jake's Metal Chat stamp of approval from me here on this episode of my favorite death metal albums, Daisy Cutter with their self-titled debut, nasty, disgusting HM2 death metal. Next up, band from Italy, and I have shown this band in one of my collection updates, and this might be more for other people who like more technical side of death metal. If you're more into stuff like Daisy Cutter, that'll be for you, but you might not like this. This is a technical death thrash metal band from Italy, like I said earlier. Formed in 2018. This is their 2022 debut. They haven't got anything else out yet, but I'm hoping they'll release something soon. This is Miscreance with Convergence, and holy moly, what an album. Didn't think I'd be saying that on here, but there you go. Love this stuff. Of course, you can find this on Dot Descent Records, but it was released under a different label, which is, if I can get it focused, there we go. Unspeakable Acts Records. Need to check out more of their stuff. So yeah, you get 8 tracks on there, clocking in at 31 minutes and 37 seconds. So a lot of stuff right there. You got the CD there, just holding there because it doesn't stay on this little bit tightly. So black CD with yellow print for the logo and the album title. So it's glaring. Really, really cool album if you've not heard it yet. Picture of the band. And of course the booklet, which I will show the artwork again. Of course the lyrics as well. Just get the CD back in here. And the artwork. Some of my favorite piece of artwork here, because I got a lot of favorite artworks from metal bands, be it death metal, heavy metal, thrash, black metal, doom metal. But I love this one, not only because of how stylish it looks, but it continues on the back. Look how cool that is. There's a lot of things going on this. And just show one bit of the lyrics. Very, very cool right there. So yeah, technical death thrash right here. So if you're more into bands like, say, Nocturnus AD, Cryptic Shift, Pestilence, because they're quite technical in some of their, I think, like later albums they've gone a bit more technical. Cynic, very, very technical, but quite progressive. Some little bit of progression elements in here. You know, getting influences from because looking at, because you see like similar artists, because I always go on Metallum, but I think they got like a bit of Sadis in there as well. But definitely make it their own. Not only does the drummer just play drums, he also does the vocals. And because he wasn't the original vocalist in the band, well, they had 2 before him. But he has, when you listen to him, a very Martin Van Drunen style of vocals. And it's really cool. And of course, paying homage to the man who is one of my favorite vocalists ever. But yeah, really works with the music. Of course, I've got my favorite tracks on here. Pretty much 4 and 5. No Empathy and The Garden. But I also, no, number 7 as well, My Interment. Very, very cool album. You've not heard this yet, do check it out. Like I said, if you're more into your technical side of death metal and like that bit of thrash in there as well, or if you like death metal mixed with thrash or black metal or doom metal, if you're more into that, then that's totally fair. But I love this as well. But like I said, I'm more into my HM2. But this, oh man, has that special place for me in my collection. Definitely one of my favorite albums, because I found out about these guys the year this came out, and I heard the song No Empathy, and then heard The Garden, because I love that song because I played it at the gym a few times when I would go on the treadmill. But yeah, definitely one if you want to get your blood pumping to. So do go check out Miscreance and Convergence if you are more of a fan of your technical death thrash or just technical death metal in general. Definitely one for you. Next one, some filthy, disgusting, cavernous death metal right here from Finland. Finally got to see him. at the Necropolis, which was at the New Crossing 2 months ago, so May, and been waiting for ages to see these guys, and finally got to see them. Got this CD here. Showed it in my last collection update. Of course, I'm talking about. Well, they formed in 2020. This is their 2021 debut. I'm talking about Morbific and Ominous Seep of Putridity. Very, very nasty, disgusting death metal right here, and that's, of course, the other style death metal like. So HM2 and Cavernous death metal. Here's the CD with the logo, and of course the band themselves. And Ollie there is actually following me on Instagram, so thank you very much, man, if you are watching this. And let's go back, because his brother is the drummer in the band. Yeah, they all did well. All really nice to chat with as well. Really, really, really do. Really liked getting to chat with them. It was nice to chat with them. That's what I was trying to say. I mean, because I bought the CD, but then I got given a big badge that's over there on my table there, which will probably go on my jacket. And the artwork here, I do believe, carries on onto the back. If not, it's still cool to see. And here's the lyrics right here. And I'll get the CD out as well, because I think there was something behind the CD. I could be totally wrong. No, it's just a blank background there, but there's the CD. Yeah, this was a re-release on Headsplit Records, because I think it was released on a completely different label. So let's get up. So you got 10 songs clocking in. So the album clocks in at 32 minutes and 50 seconds. So originally this was independently released by the band, but Headsplit Records, as well as other labels, have released them. So, but Headsplit's done the most re-releases of this album. So I'm not sure which re-release one I have from them so far, but it's cool to have. I don't have their second album, which I do need to get, but so glad I got to meet them and, you know, chat to them before they played. And if you're more into your cavernous stuff, so you're more into like Undergain and Cryptworm, trying to think of other bands on that level. So Fed It, pretty much on that level, that cavernous sound, cerebral rot. And, you know, looking at the similar bands to them, maybe there's, you know, you might get that hint of Rotrevor in there. You know, because it's quite aggressive. Not quite, no, it's really aggressive. Not quite, it's really aggressive. Nasty, filthy, horrible death metal, which is one of the many things that Mark G with a C likes to say. And of course, like I gave Daisy Cut earlier, and Miscreance, it gets the same as all these albums get the stamp of approval from me, because some of my favorites right here. Not heard Morbific? Go and check them out. Very, very cool band. So Morbific and Ominous Seep of Putridity, that came out in 2021. So yeah, 3 years ago. So when did that come out? 1st of May. And I didn't look up when Convergence came out in 2022, but I want to say about September, but I could be wrong. But yeah, showed this on my live stream with Ken and told him, before I got into the next band, I say that's a homage to Impetigo's logo, definitely, to me anyway. So once again, Morbific and Ominous Seep of Putridity, filthy, nasty, cavernous death metal coming at you. Right, 2 more bands, and I will let you get on with your day, your evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Get a nice little drink in. It's the Jack Daniels Coke mix right now. But it's a Friday. Let's get a drink out. So last 2. So this band, I did show this on another update, and obviously showed it on Ken's on the chat I did with Ken. Yeah. Could not remember how to say this. Name of the album is their debut. It's a band from Leeds. Did a tour recently with Critworm, and I couldn't see any show because just couldn't, just fit it in because I had so much going on. But yeah, this is Slimelord, which I will hopefully see soon with their debut, which is quite bloody hard to say if you get your words muddled up like I do. So I'm going to try again. So Slimelord with their debut, Critridial Mycosis Relinquished. Oh, I nailed that. Look at that artwork. And there's the band's logo right there. Released on $20 spin, because that is the label they are on. And I believe, looking at the members, yeah, 3 of them are in Cryptic Shift, because I met those 3 when Cryptic Shift were on support with Embodiment, when they both supporting Incantation in Bristol last year. Yeah, last year. Oh, I won't be able to get the booklet out because it's literally stuck. There we go, got it. Because if you saw my update, because I don't think I did this on the chat with Ken, the booklet comes out like that. Get the lyrics there, and of course you get the band right there. Oh, I was covering one of them up. I was thinking, was the other one gone? And of course the logo, really cool stuff right there. So what do you get with this? Well, I look at them and they are Death Doom, but it gets kind of technical in some places. Well, not technical, a bit faster. So like it's Death Doom, but then you get blast beats in there. But I think you get some technical elements in there as well. CD right there. So yeah, formed 2019 in Leeds, which is where my mate, who is the vocalist in our folk metal band, is from originally. Very, very cool stuff. They're quite cavernous as well. And couldn't tell you what influences they were taking, but you can make up your own mind. But I think they mix bands like don't really know what bands to really say. Like I think for more like the Death Doom parts, to me anyway, I'd say Decomposed. And maybe with those bit more mid-paced elements and a bit technical elements as well. Demolic from Finland. Very, yeah, like a good balance of a bit of tech and a bit of the Death Doom right there. Very, very cool stuff. One of my favorite albums of this year so far, along with Daisy Cutter. Man, if you don't have this yet, do go and pick it up. If you saw these guys live, very jealous of you, Ron. But I'll hopefully see them soon. So that makes a Death Doom with a mixture of mid pace and a bit technical. Slimelord for you. So Slimelord and Critridial Mycosis Relinquished. And be sure to check out the EP, the Delta Death Sirens. Really, really cool EP. Moss Contamination. Really cool EP as well. I don't think I've checked out their 2022 EP, but do definitely check out their 2021 EP, Moss Contamination. But once again, Slimelord and Critridial Mycosis Relinquished. And hopefully I'll remember that name. And if I show that again, I'll probably really say it because I did not say it in the chat I had with Ken. Because I showed that. And the last one is another band I saw at Necropolis in London 2 months ago, all the way from Czechia. I still like to say Czech Republic, but yeah, it's Czechia. Formed in 2018, like Miscreance. And yeah, I could not say this album to save my life. So if anyone knows how to say it, do let me know. This is Snêť with this is the only album that came out 3 years ago. So here we go, Snêť, and yeah, I'm not sure how to say that. I was trying to find a translation of it somewhere, but I couldn't. But yeah, this is an old school sounding death metal right here, and I love that. There's the guys on the back. Yeah, they're on the label, which I'm not going to try and say because I tried saying it before. But yeah, let's get the CD, black with orange logo. Yeah, this was released because I don't think this was released originally on. No, it wasn't originally released on Dot Descent Records. It was released on Blood Harvest Records, but re-released on Dot Descent. Really cool label. Band there again. Because when I saw them, they were down their bass player, which I think was this guy right here. So, so these four guys here were all there. He was unavailable, but they still did an excellent show. Let me try and get this booklet out. There we go. Because I got some footage of them playing there on my channel, so you can check out there. So I'll link it down there with all the bands. So I'll link that video next to them. Band picture again, and more pictures there, and a few lyrics. What do you get with these guys? Well, to me, very old school sounding death metal, and obviously watched one of Ken's videos, and Snêť was, and one of the description, Snêť was there, so we all knew this band was because I didn't know if he knew who these were, but he does. Love this album. It's quite nasty and dirty and disgusting as well, but very old school sounding. So you're more into your old school death metal, this will probably be more for you. But then everything I've showed here so far, pretty much everything I showed in this video, 5 of my favorite albums. Definitely. Yeah, this has 8 tracks on it, and this clocks in at 28 minutes and 20 seconds. Because one of the songs, track number 5, which I'm not even going to try and pronounce, has David Mikkelsen of Undergang. As soon as his vocals kick in, you're like, yeah, that's David, who I've had on the chat as well. So Snêť, what a band. Yeah, because I checked out the split they did with Sequestrium. Really cool split, really cool band to check out as well. Definitely one of my favorite bands of this year. Of course, this album came out 3 years before I even got into them. But yeah, crushing guitars, filthy bass, pounding drums, and some really excellent old school style death metal vocals to top it all off. So that's more your thing. These guys are more for you. So Snêť, and yeah, I'm not going to try and pronounce it. So let's recap what I've had. So we're going reverse. So Snêť, Slimelord, of course. These guys from Czechia. These guys, almost dropped it then. These guys from Leeds here in the UK. Morbific from Finland. Miscreance from Italy. And Daisy Cutter from Germany. And that is all 5 of these albums for this episode of my favorite death metal albums. There will be another video, another my favorite death metal albums video coming. Of course, more Metal Vault episodes, more chats to come. I need to message a few more other people for guests, but obviously I'm going to be busy next week, and August is going to be my busiest one because I got one festival in the Netherlands I'm going to, Bloodstock the week after that, one day of Octangent, and then I'm at Beermageddon. Pretty much, I'm just, summer seems to be busy for me in terms of festivals, especially August. But hope you enjoyed this video. I hope there's some new bands for a lot of you out there who have tuned in. And Don't forget to like this video, share it around, and comment down below if there's comment down below what your 5 favorites are. I know this wasn't the top 5, but what are your favorite, your 5 favorite death metal albums? It can be old school death metal, HM2 death metal, cavernous, technical, whatever your favorite is. What's your favorites? Comment down below. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything that I got going on. Next My Metal Vault episode will be 2 weeks from now, so not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that. And obviously continuing on from there. And then August, I'll try and fit in a few more videos before I go off to the festivals that I've got pretty much planned to go to. And just thank you for all the support you've been giving me. I've been Jacob, Jake's Metal Chat. Keep that banner of metal well and truly high, or in this case, in this episode, this video, the banner of death metal well and truly high. Paying a little bit of a tribute to Ken right there before next month he goes. And I will see you all in the next one.